Imagine a woman whose every move radiated warmth, generosity, and laughter. Millions invited her into their homes daily, celebrating her charm as she danced with strangers, gave away cars, and made celebrities feel at ease. But behind the confetti and cameras, the public figure known for kindness faced growing scrutiny. By 2020, Ellen DeGeneres had become one of Hollywood's most controversial personalities. This is the story of fame colliding with perception, a journey from a beloved television icon to a figure whose behind-the-scenes reality challenged the persona that audiences had long admired. Early life and strict upbringing. Ellen DeGeneres grew up in a household governed by strict Christian Science beliefs. Alcohol, smoking, swearing, and even medicine were forbidden. Prayer was considered the cure for every illness, and emotional pain was rarely discussed. For Ellen, this meant hiding her feelings from a young age. She avoided doctors until she was 13, internalizing a sense of self-reliance. Her parents' divorce in 1973 forced her to assume emotional responsibilities prematurely. When her mother remarried in 1976, Ellen faced the dual pressures of family rebuilding and caring for her mother after a breast cancer diagnosis, shaping resilience and early emotional isolation. Teenage trauma and early hardships. During her teenage years, Ellen experienced abuse from her stepfather, an experience she kept secret for years. Her attempts to share this with her mother were met with disbelief, leaving deep emotional scars. At 16, she juggled school, family responsibilities, and the trauma surrounding her mother's recovery. Ellen briefly enrolled at the University of New Orleans to study communications, but dropped out after one semester due to financial pressure. Life became a series of survival jobs. She worked in law offices, sold clothing, waited tables, bartended, painted houses, and hosted small events. These experiences grounded her humor in real-life struggle. Tragedy and the birth of comedy. In 1980, Ellen's life took another tragic turn. Her girlfriend, Kathy Perkoff, died in a car accident at age 23. Overwhelmed by grief and financial strain, Ellen slept on a mattress in a flea-infested basement. Amid the pain, she began imagining a phone call to God asking why her girlfriend had died. This idea evolved into a stand-up routine. Comedy became her coping mechanism, turning tragedy into performance. In 1981, she boldly declared herself a comedian at Clyde's Comedy Club in New Orleans despite no experience. Ellen had found a path forward, combining instinct, grief, and humor to connect with audiences. Early career breakthroughs. By 1982, Ellen entered Showtime's national competition Funniest Person in America and won. Overnight, her career gained momentum, transforming her from a struggling young adult into a national talent. She moved to San Francisco to refine her craft in clubs like the Punchline and Cobb's, performing multiple shows nightly. Her observational, clean, and subtle style stood out in an era dominated by edgy humor. Audiences were drawn to her approachable, relatable persona, marking her as a different kind of comedian. Ellen's early success revealed her unique ability to combine charm, warmth, and wit, setting the stage for the television career that would follow. The Tonight Show moment. In November 1986, Ellen appeared on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Performing her signature phone call to God routine, she captivated Carson and the audience. In a historic gesture, Carson invited her to sit on the couch, a rare honor for any first-time performer and nearly unheard of for a woman. This moment catapulted Ellen into national recognition, establishing her as a rising star. From there, she secured small television roles and early sitcom attempts, including Open House and Laurel Hill. These projects laid the foundation for her unique blend of clean humor and accessibility, signaling Hollywood that she had a persona audiences could trust and adore. Rise to sitcom stardom. By the early 1990s, Ellen had carved a niche in Hollywood. She became a familiar and approachable face, a clean comic in a landscape of controversy and edginess. Her sitcom, originally titled These Friends of Mine, premiered in March 1994. Centered on Ellen Morgan, a quirky bookstore owner, the show was light, family-friendly, and carefully crafted for primetime television. In 1995, it was renamed Ellen, performing respectably for 3 seasons. Meanwhile, Ellen wrestled with the secret of her sexuality. Though her public image radiated friendliness and humor, she was one of the most famous closeted celebrities of her time, navigating fame under intense personal and professional pressure. Coming out and Hollywood backlash. In the mid-1990s, Ellen made the bold decision to come out publicly. The move was groundbreaking but met with mixed reactions. While fans celebrated her honesty, the industry's response included skepticism and backlash. Network executives feared ratings drops, advertisers hesitated, and her show's reception became a focal point in national conversations about representation. Behind the scenes, Ellen had to navigate both personal liberation and professional risk. The decision reshaped her career trajectory, making her a symbol of courage and visibility, while also exposing her to intense scrutiny, signaling the complex interplay of identity, fame, and public perception. Behind-the-scenes controversy. By 2020, allegations surfaced about a toxic work environment on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Executive producers Gilvin Lehman and Jonathan Norman were fired, and Ellen issued a public apology admitting, "I ran the show like a machine, not like a place for human beings." Many criticized the wording as defensive rather than accountable. Former staff shared experiences of mistreatment, and social media amplified the contrast between Ellen's public persona of kindness and the alleged behind-the-scenes culture. The fallout revealed the tension between public image and private reality, marking a significant shift in how audiences perceived celebrity authenticity and accountability in Hollywood. Declining ratings and cultural impact. Following the scandal, the show's ratings plummeted. From September 2020 to March 2021, viewership dropped nearly 43%, from 2.6 million to 1.5 million per episode. Advertisers followed suit, causing revenue to fall from $131 million to $15 million. Ellen's reputation suffered further, with "be kind" becoming a performative catchphrase rather than a genuine reflection of her workplace culture. Industry insiders and viewers alike debated accountability, privilege, and the pressures of maintaining an untarnished public image. The cultural conversation underscored how fame can amplify flaws and how public perception can shift rapidly in the age of social media. The end of an era. On May 26, 2022, after 19 seasons and 3,339 episodes, The Ellen DeGeneres Show aired its final episode. Despite efforts to reclaim her narrative, the shadow of controversy lingered. Ellen's attempt to address the scandal with humor in her 2024 Netflix special For Your Approval reflected both self-awareness and the absurdities of fame. Later that year, she relocated to the United Kingdom with Portia de Rossi, seeking distance from a media environment that had turned admiration into suspicion. Even the brightest stars, it became clear, are vulnerable to the forces of scrutiny, expectation, and shifting public opinion. Conclusion: lessons from a public life. Ellen DeGeneres' story is one of contrast, a journey from tragedy to triumph, from beloved icon to a figure of controversy. It illustrates the power and peril of fame, showing how public personas can overshadow private realities. Her life reminds us that resilience, humor, and generosity can coexist with deep personal struggles, yet it also underscores accountability and the importance of authentic leadership. Ellen's rise and fall serve as a cautionary tale, proving that behind every glittering smile and confetti-filled celebration, the human story is far more complex, fragile, and compelling than it appears.